Using this technique is a bit sneaky, but it might help you out a lot.
Until we know who we are.
This morning is mainly business time, email time, phone call time and all that kind of stuff, which is normally super annoying, but today I'm really happy about it. And this is mainly because the construction site madness has reached my studio, and with all of that annoying noise it's almost impossible to work here. So as long as they're working outside I won't be making any music. I guess this should be around 5 or 6. I already got myself support and breakfast, I guess. Yeah. Almost. All done with the business stuff. It's 5, it's quiet again. All of the road working and construction stuff is done, I guess. So let's get back to making music. Today I'm working on an instrumental and I'm not really sure about the mixing, and I have one sneaky technique that I'd like to share with you that helped me out a lot at the beginning and that I still use from time to time to get the overall mixing balance right. So that's the instrumental of one of the tracks that I haven't revealed to you yet, I think. I'm quite satisfied with the mixing, but I think the overall balance can still be improved by quite a lot. And the best way to do it is just listen to other tracks and adjust. But if you're mixing in a not really acoustically treated room, or you do not have the experience, you can use a Magic Cue. It's a bit of a sneaky way to do it, and you have to be really careful using it. So this is Logic's Magic Cue. This EQ is a bit special. In a normal one you can raise frequencies or lower them, but this one actually has the function to read a track, a reference track, and then you read out your current track, and the EQ matches the two. So in this case I just click learn here at current and I play the instrumental that I'm working on at the moment. The Magic Cue is picking up all of the frequencies from the sound that is playing right now. The white line is what you hear and the blue is what it is recording over time. Next you need a reference track to compare it to. I usually take tracks by other artists where I really like the mixing, but in this case, and for copyright reasons, I will use one of my own finished and mastered tracks. I'm dragging the reference track into Logic, I solo it, I pick a part where a lot of stuff is going on in the track, I open up the Magic Cue, click on to learn and let the reference track play. Then I just hit match, and what you can see right now is the difference that you have to apply to the instrumental to let it sound and be balanced as the reference track that I've used. So first my instrumental without the Magic Cue. And now with it. Without. And with it again. So for example in this case what it does to the low end I like, so I will lower the bass in my mixing. What the Magic Cue is doing here in the mid frequency sounds really weird and awkward. And I think this is mainly because the reference track had vocals in it, and this is where vocals usually play, and this instrumental doesn't have vocals. So raising the instrumental here just makes it resonating and it sounds really bad. And also what the Magic Cue is doing to the high end I don't really like, because this track has a lot more hi-hats and cymbals going on, and it's lowering them for no reason. This time the Magic Cue just gives me the clue to lower the bass. And I'm going back into the mix of my track, select the bass and lower it by a couple of dBs. So the Magic Cue is a nice tool that can help you to find mistakes in your mix and fix them. In my case it helped me to get the low end right, but be really extremely careful with it. there are a couple of things I would never do with a Magic Cue. Actually really using the Magic Cue at the end of your track, it just ruins your sound. No matter how bad your mix is, if you use the Magic Cue it will get really awkward, because it's just copying one track onto your track, and if the track just has another key, the bass frequencies distribute differently, so just really use it to get an idea what could be fixed. You have to find a good reference track, it needs to fit the style of your music, it needs to have the kind of same amount of elements and the same distribution of elements. If you just choose a track that is really bass heavy and you're going for a style that is less bass heavy and sounds more like radio than club, this just doesn't make any sense. Use something that you're aiming for or that is really similar to your track. Also try out a couple of different reference tracks until you find one that really improves the sound of your mix. A Magic Cue has also a lot of settings. For example, the smoothing changes the accuracy of what the Magic Cue is doing, and with the mix you can lower the amount that it is doing and maybe even leave it on your track at around 20 to 30%. And I really can't emphasize this enough, this is a very untraditional way. It is basically mixing with your eyes instead of your ears, and you should actually never do this, but if you're a producer that is starting out and you don't have the right speakers, the right room acoustics or the experience, you can try this approach and see if it can help you. And also keep in mind, mixing is not just something technical. Mixing is also always, to at least some extent, a creative process. For example, I like to have a bit less of kick. I think it sounds a bit cheap to have a really loud kick, but there are a lot of producers out there that are doing it just like this, and their tracks are still fine. So it's really a matter of taste and preference, and you have to go for whatever you like. This week it will be really hard to make music in my studio. Let me show you really quick why. The guys building this are making a whole lot of noise. These guys as well, this dog also, and this entire construction thing is going on right in front of my studio, as well as this one right across. And because of this the traffic is getting even worse, everybody's honking and the tram can't pass here, so also the tram is making a whole lot of noise. Super annoying, but I guess the city's just trying to spend all of their money right before the winter arrives.
Dancing with my heart. I keep dancing with my heart.
Done with the grocery shopping. This time I got a healthy snack, and for the rest of the evening watching one of your suggested TV shows.
I keep dancing with my heart.
That was maybe too much.